And we're good?
Yep, I think we're live.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a new friend.
This is my sister.
Hi.
Her name is Ashley, aka Mod Bombshell
We got a new friend.
on Instagram. And my my volume's up.
Commercial.
Oh, okay. So she is a singer slash songwriter. She's
Thank
also
you.
a DJ. She's also very creative. She has her hand in so many things. She's also a gamer girls, and she is a pet specialist. So she specializes in animals, especially cats. So yeah, this is my sister.
Hi. I'm excited to be here.
Welcome. Welcome to the
Welcome.
video table.
And
I guess it's not.
I will introduce my co-host, Azil Vicious, aka makeup artist extraordinaire, performer, guru, YouTuber. He does so many things.
Do we
Yeah,
count now?
yeah.
Okay.
And you are my co-host on the
Stirring it
Azil
up.
Shoddy Show.
I can't get the direct.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Just start it this way, bring it around town. There.
I'm so weak right now. Okay, so it's my turn to introduce you. So coming in at 100-some pounds soaking wet from the other side of for me, dancer, choreographer, teacher, performer, temptress, pimptress.
We were over here posing like
And homegirl number one. Okay. Shotty Best.
that was a great introduction.
Very.
So we have kind of like a loaded show. We made sure to get like a pretty good list of topics. And I guess we could just hop in. The first one is going to be Tiffany Haddish. So the main story that pretty much has hit like TMZ and everywhere else is that essentially she secretly taped directors and they didn't know they were being taped. And the sentiment was, she isn't as urban as, they thought she'd be, allegedly. So,
What?
yeah, basically, like, I guess she didn't tap dance hard enough.
I see what you're saying.
Oh.
Yeah, how embarrassing.
Like, I got them clams.
Yeah, she wasn't
I got
playing
everything on that list you
the role.
gave me.
Wait. I remember that from somewhere.
Yeah.
That was
She was
that
like,
was
just do a little bit more.
Yes. Be like Medea. Medea goes to school, Medea goes to jail. Medea.
I want you to do it like Medea. Okay.
Hoo-cha!
I got them clams. Wow.
Basically, that's what happened to her. Like,
that's not okay.
I can't believe that's the example. Like,
yeah.
You always do. I know that.
Like a Black college humor video or something. Like, so niche, but hilarious that I actually knew that one.
Yeah. But yeah, she should have been more like forthcoming with the fact that she was recording and she shouldn't have. It did wasn't right at the same time. So I don't really know how to feel about it.
I feel like she was just trying to showcase something that just happens all the time in auditions. I mean, that happened to me once when I was auditioning for like an indie film. They wanted me to play like this, like super like over the top, like exaggerated version of what, a Black woman should be. And
oh
I was just like, yeah.
That,
didn't get it.
Yeah, that happened to me too. Remember
That did
when I
happen to
auditioned for that
you.
movie, and it just came out, and I'm not gonna say the name of the movie, but
You want to tell me where it came out? Because I mean, it's kind of a big deal.
It was called.
Okay, you ain't gotta say what it's called. I'm saying just tell them where it came out.
It came out. I will say it was called. Go to commercial.
Everybody trying to get straight up in here.
At the
Cannes
Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah, so it was like legit.
It just recently premiered, and I saw who they picked. She was beautiful. She was gorgeous, but I just felt like what they were looking for was something more exaggerated and something more, not a caricature, but
pretty much
a caricature of what a trans woman is. And I read the script and I was trying to still say my lines, but at the same time, I just felt like I don't really understand where they're trying, like, what's my motivation, basically?
Yeah.
Like, where is this coming from? I don't come from a place of like, I have to be the biggest personality in the room and I have to be this. And I know it's a role, but at the same time, I was like, there's a different way to do this. It doesn't have to be so exaggerated.
Yeah.
And I didn't get picked, and I saw who they picked, and I was like, I get it. Like, okay.
I think the issue is like everyone should be cast based on their talent. Like, you know, like roles shouldn't be created with specific races in mind. I mean, obviously in certain films or certain instances, yeah, that's gotta happen. But, you know, like Ma, perfect example. Ma, serial killer movie that just came out. Like,
I mean, that's literally what I wrote down as like my show notes. Like, I feel like the Ma movie is like a movie made for and by people not of color, or I don't know if it is made by that dude. It might be by that guy who did Get Out. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think Jordan Peele did that.
No.
Okay, so essentially what I'm getting from it is that it's kind of like Ma reminds me of two things. Like, Ma reminds me of a mammy, which is kind of like really not something you really want to think about, but the overcaring, like busty black woman who like cares for the, like, it's like a negative thing in history. So there's
like
that
nanny, caregiver,
that she's like crazy, like an ABW, really.
It was a bad look. I mean,
like that's the plot.
Like the movie, okay, the trailer, I'm not going to lie. I can't sit here and pretend like I wasn't weak when I saw the trailer, because I'm sorry, there's this one specific trailer where she's like, just picking up a few things, and she keeps saying it.
She's like strangling people.
She's like, why are you doing this? Just picking up a few things. And I was just like, like this is too much. And I saw it in the middle of the night. And I was like screaming, laughing, because I was like, what is this? Like,
it's like a bad SNL skit.
Yeah. Like, you totally could have been like a skit on like Dave Chappelle or something. Like, Ma.
My thing is they could have flipped it and had it to where, okay, the traditional, role of the male serial killer, you know what I mean, could have been, it could have been flipped in a way to be kind of cool. Like, okay, we're casting a black woman as a serial killer. That doesn't ever really happen. But I feel like her over-exaggerated, style of how they probably wanted her to act in the film just kind of, I don't know, just leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, and it's like, okay,
She's an amazing actress too.
Yeah, I love her. She's a really great actress. I've seen her in so many films, and
she's
did Hidden Figures, Octavia Spencer.
Octavia
Spencer. And she's done like Hidden Figures and Dinner for Smuts. Remember Dinner for Smuts?
And was it Shape of Water?
Shape of Water, she's in that. She's in a lot of different things. And so I'm like, why choose this role where you're just like some literally psychotic?
It looks like a fun role to play.
It does look fun. It does look fun. It's like, at what cost?
Yeah. I literally wrote, these racist undertones got me clutching my black pearls.
Wow.
But yeah, it's really interesting. because it hasn't come out. I feel like I have to see it, but at the same time, the first impression is like cringy.
Totally. I think also, like, I guess this is somewhat of a segue since we're talking about, you know, how do you guys feel about the whole Old Town Road situation of them playing it on country music, removing it from country music, then having like Miley Cyrus's dad, Billy Ray, in the remix? Like, what, like, to be honest, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think that it should just be allowed to be played if that's the people who identify with it when it comes on.
Yeah. Whoever connects with it, that's the demographic they're going for.
And
you know what I mean?
I don't want to be like the person who like is swiping the black card thing, but it's like, let's be honest, like rhythm and blues and all of that, like we had a large part in the formation of those types of music.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Little Richard will tell you he invented rock and roll,
and it doesn't take away from anything that anyone's accomplished. I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's literally nothing to take away from anyone else. It's just
yeah. I don't know.
Agree.
I like the song personally.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I personally, as someone who loves hip hop music, didn't get it. I thought it was better suited for where it was put.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
because it's not something I can listen to all the time because I'm not really a country music fan. But I don't turn it off when it comes on. Like I don't seek it out, but I'm like, oh.
And I mean, I'm not being funny, but what defines what country music is? Like I literally have heard talking country tracks that Francisco has played for me that breaking up in the small town.
My thing is there's like a whole genre of country.
Why does country music not have our?
It's centered around being almost like hip hop. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, it's the snaps and the sounds. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like most of the songs have it now.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't understand.
I
do feel like maybe if he was of a different race and had the same song, it wouldn't be a big deal.
No one even be talking about it.
Because there's like there's so many songs where they're basically like, sampling things from hip hop. I mean, look at Tim McGraw and Nelly, like how they have that together.
So true.
Look at people like Kid Rock. Like there's so many artists that mix country and hip hop that get lots of rotation and nominations, at different events where country music's,
Yeah, I remember it was like the scandal of the country music world when Beyonce brought them Dixie Chicks.
I was just about to bring up Daddy Lessons.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's like no, you can't be here. Why not? Like,
if she could be there, though,
she's more country than a lot of people that are in that room, and I'm just saying, like, come on.
Mean, it even kind of pinballs to even the K Michelle situation of like her going up to the DJ and being like, "Hey, I want to sing a song," and they're like, "It's not that night."
Oh yeah,
that's not cool.
I remember that.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And she got on the mic and was like, she let him know.
Then Annie, then one of y'all.
Yeah.
And also, it's like, I mean, you got to bring up like Taylor Swift, who was originally a country artist and kind of transitioned
information.
She still gets played on country stations. So, in my opinion, Lil Nas should be, accepted in the country music world. If that's like, why not? Like, and it doesn't make any sense.
What the white only college performance was like? Can we just talk about how bad her performance was? What was that leotard, and why was she cinched like Beyonce?
Oh yeah.
The only thing that
Taylor Swift,
the drums
is that damn skull. Okay.
No.
She could waist train some of her thoughts.
She came out like.
I just like to completely rip off another artist's, entire like
concept.
so blatantly, like, and then her band was literally an all-white band.
I saw one. That's all.
One what? One what?
I don't know. It just didn't seem. It didn't.
This one.
One. I counted.
It wasn't hard, was it? We still got like a sore thumb, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't understand why she did that. What she was going through, what she was thinking.
She was going through.
No, because
it was just a bad look.
It was a bad look, and she had to know she's gonna get backlash.
My thing is, she didn't like. You don't have people telling you, "Hey," like nobody told her this is a bad idea.
She probably don't know. Calvin Harris probably tried to tell her.
I'm just like, in what world Taylor Swift see like Beachella and be like, I can do that.
No.
So we could all try. That's what karaoke is for.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, now that deserves a
shade, extra shade. Oh my gosh.
Woo.
Karaoke. No thank you.
Karaoke, let's go there. What is everybody's go-to karaoke song?
Ew.
I don't even gotta tell you
we
mine.
were just singing it. Or I was singing mine like an hour ago.
Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, by Queen.
Yeah.
It's like 8 hours long, but I don't care. Everybody's gonna sit through it and listen to the whole thing.
If that's your answer, never mind. He's canceled. I can't do Trapped in the Closet. Even though that's like the longest thing we've ever had to suffer through.
No, like damn. Like why come
like
on.
80 episodes.
In the Closet karaoke
would be epic. It would have been epic. It would have been epic.
I don't know. I was irritated even before all this. But he's been canceled in my book. That's a whole nother story.
He was canceled. AJ does about another to me. Can't do all the what? You gotta think.
Okay.
And he can't what?
I can't.
I mean, he let us literally know. I don't want to hurt nobody. But there was something he had to say.
I can't right now. I'm like speechless.
Wrong.
Trying. I can't.
I'm getting hot
there right now.
Oh, Bernie. Okay. Woo.
I guess we should plug the previous episode in which we talked about Raven Simone, Olivia Jade and the USC scandal, and her scandalous parents, and how they basically committed damnation to 2 generations of, whatever their last name is. But it's not going to matter because they get arrested for 40 years anyway.
Is it Laughlin?
Laughlin?
Aunt Becky is going downtown.
I'm clutching the invisible pearls again.
Mine's were black. Yours are invisible? Like, you got Wonder Woman pearls?
What does it say about me? Oh, God. My pearls can't be seen.
What else did we talk about? We talked about bad friendships, and we also talked about just some group stories.
Yeah, House of Vicious, the group we were in together. You were the founder. I was one of the dancers. That's how we met.
Yeah, and those stories are hilarious.
Yes.
We said names.
A few.
Yes. You said names. I'm just kidding. No, we both said names. But yeah, we covered a lot of history and receipts and just anything you could possibly think of when it comes to the group. We basically talked about it, and like the IHOP story.
I should fire one in the air. If anybody has questions, I have receipts for anything I've talked about. Anything.
Yeah. Anybody want to know? If you don't know,
It's tax
yeah,
time. It's like,
yeah.
I keep all my receipts.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah.
was an interesting episode. So I guess the next topic, I know this is going to be controversial. Louisiana is the sixth state to join on the abortion after 6 weeks being illegal. Like,
Wow.
I mean, I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I mean, we live in a sick, sad world.
I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. Like I expect everything now. Like Trump is president. I'm sorry, but I expect everything now.
If you see it on Family Guy, it's possible.
Pretty
You see it on
much.
Simpsons, it's happening.
Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it.
Yeah. It's complete bullshit, and it feels like we're living in some weird like movie about a dystopian future. Like that's how I feel, to be honest.
I'm just like, wow. So based upon where you live, your rights are more or less valid. That is crazy.
It's really
Basically.
confusing.
It's like they're. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just like, it's so. How do you say, oh, in this part of the country, y'all could do this, but over here, it's not flying? Like,
This is like when I had to go to Vermont to get married. I didn't get married. I'm saying that's
that
what
you would have had to.
Yeah.
Or the fact that they're trying to say that gay marriage isn't considered marriage, and if you have a baby, it's considered out of wedlock, and your baby's citizenship is in jeopardy. And I'm just like, how does that even
make
sense? Like, what? So, like, I just have no words. It's
disgusting.
It's really disgusting. And when it comes to this abortion situation, I just feel like that's something that's very sensitive, especially to women, to men as well.
Yeah.
But to women, it's like your body and your freedom to do what you want to do. And when you feel like a part of the country can take those rights away, how do you rationalize that?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like not every situation is so like, black and white. Like there's certain situations where like, what if you have an ectopic pregnancy and you have to, you know what I mean? Like terminate the pregnancy to avoid, like
act of like rape, and that's not even an exception.
Yeah. There's so many, like you can't just assume, oh, it's just a bunch of like teenagers getting knocked up and like not wanting to see it through or whatever the fuck it is they're assuming. Like it's just ridiculous. It's nobody's business what happens inside, the individual's body and what they choose. Like it should be their choice.
Yeah, I think the saddest thing is the time limit. Like 6 weeks, most people find out.
They don't even know they're pregnant.
I was almost like how many? I think I was like 2 months, 3 months old or along, like before I found out about Rosie. And it just wasn't showing up in tests.
I mean, God forbid, like obviously you have her and that's great, but like you deserve that option because you never know where you could have been in life, or what.
And I mean, it was my choice and obviously my husband's choice. Like, we were trying to have kids, so the situation is completely different.
Yeah, it's not like
both of my. So it's like I made that conscious decision, so I can't judge somebody else who's in a different, walk of life or different, time in their life, or the circumstances could be different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one of those. I am a mother and I do love, I believe like, in the freedom of just being able to choose, whether or not that's. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just like, it pisses me off so much to hear that. Like, it's just
I expected like, oh, Alabama, like whatever, do what you need to do. But now other like states are joining? Like, what are we doing here?
I
And the
mean,
thing that sucks is they're not providing like proper care. Like they're taking away, like the sex education schools and things to prevent pregnancy and contraception, things like that. They're not like they want to basically like defund Planned Parenthood completely.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean? Like they don't care.
totally ruining Mardi Gras vibes. Do not slip up during Mardi Gras. I was just trying to lighten the mood, y'all.
Yeah, like not okay. Not right, and just not progressive. It's
At all.
2019. Why are we going back to 1920? Like, I don't get it.
I just feel like people gonna have to go back to biblical times and make sour water, aka whatever. Well, I forgot. It's nutmeg. They used to make nutmeg water, and it's supposed to make you like get rid of the baby.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of stuff like teas and stuff that you can't drink, but
yeah, like it. Ain't nobody trying to go to the extremes that you have to go to when you don't want a baby. Like
how many people are gonna die from that? And that's the saddest thing is because there's gonna be so many
back alley situations.
Yeah, or even just girls who are scared, like because they come from such a, overly religious family, and they know if they get pregnant, shit's gonna hit the fan. They're gonna go to all these different extremes to try to do something about it, and nobody's thinking about the consequences.
Yeah,
it's just a bunch of like cisgendered white males making decisions for people that they don't even really give a shit about. They don't give a shit about the lives of children. There's like, I mean, think about like the amount of children going hungry in those parts of the country.
And the fact that
like
grocery stores give away a portion of food to the dumpster as opposed to giving it to hungry people.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't make any sense. I've seen that with my own eyes, and I'm just like, how do you throw away all this food knowing that they're starving people? And you're just like, oh, it expired. Like some of it actually expires, but most of it is just past the date that they can keep it. And it's just like, you're going to throw all that away instead of donating it to someone? Or...
I was told when I worked in a coffee shop that legally, like basically it's illegal because of liability issues. If you have like pastries or anything left over, you can't legally give it to homeless people. Of course I did anyway. It would just come like literally I did it all the time. At every coffee shop I've worked at, I've given the leftover things to homeless people because that's bullshit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that abortion law. That.
So a lighter story. Apparently, O.J. Simpson's old manager.
You try to keep faith and you want to like believe the world still, when things like that happen, you're just like, what the hell?
Okay, so apparently O.J. Simpson's old manager is coming out with like shopping around a movie situation, and a big storyline in it is that he alleges that O.J. and Kris Jenner had a thing in the 90s.
I mean, allegedly, but come on.
J? I'm just like,
wow.
Like that's not.
That's the way you say it, y'all. I don't even believe that.
You don't believe it?
I mean,
I don't really believe it either.
I'm on the spot news.
Like I don't believe it. Like, but I'm just like, I'm not surprised that someone's coming out with a story like this because this was already like allegations that Chloe's father was O.J. Simpson.
I just feel like that's so tired.
Yeah, nobody cares.
It's like just who gives a shit at this point?
It's a dead horse. Let's beat it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just somebody trying to get rich. Like, I mean, how is that any of his fucking business anyway?
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is what we're talking about. Okay. On a lighter note, and a weird note at that, because I mean, don't get me wrong, this is amazing what she's doing, but I don't know that I would be this big of a person. Mackenzie Bezos is donating half of her $36 billion divorce funds to charity.
That's amazing.
Y'all are so big. Y'all
Yes.
are so big. I love y'all so much. I'm still from East Oakland. Do you know what I could do with $36 million? I could help everybody. I could start a charity, fund the charity, run the charity, promote the charity. I could be the face of the charity. I could have banquets. Skid Row could be my row. You know what I'm saying? For 36. Come on.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
So that's what she won in a divorce, right?
What is it really going to? Like, who's she giving it to? Because honestly, if she's giving it to Red Cross, like what, 15% of that is going to the actual cause and the rest is going to advertisements.
Yeah. So hopefully she picked a good
Hopefully she picks right. Also, I just feel like that's fucking awesome because that's literally saying, you know what? I got your money even though I don't need it. So I'm gonna take it and give it to somebody else who does. It's like a power that happened in the relationship. There's always two sides to a story, but clearly she won for a reason. So
yeah, I'm just shook the house because it's amazing what she's doing, but I just hope that she is researching those charities because we all know and remember 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Fire Island, I'm just saying. Just saying, like, there are a million things that just are not above board, and I would hate for her to donate some money and for it to end up someplace close to home.
Yeah, like you really have to be careful when you're donating money and when you're giving to charities. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm this generous person. I'm gonna give it to the most popular charity I know." Like if you haven't researched it.
She probably has like I mean her lawyers clearly know what they're doing, so they probably have it mapped out, you know, of who's gonna get it.
They better.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's a lot of ramen.
Lots.
Bro.
Oh my gosh.
I would have been like gay pride with the ladies with the hot dogs and the onions. It would have been me in a big old pot.
I love those, but I'm vegetarian now. I can't eat them.
You need to come back to the meaty side of life.
Like,
I can't do it.
I would get sick now. I can't even.
Me too.
I tried to eat eggs the other day and I felt like So I know I can't eat meat.
You know what happened? Because I had like the story of why I went back to being vegetarian. Like I had stopped eating meat and then all of a sudden I started again. But then one day I was like driving to work and there was this turkey trying to cross the freeway. And I was like, oh my God. And I dodged him, right? Or her. And the car behind me was just like, la-di-da. And I tell you, there was like two cars. It was just me and one other person on the freeway. And she was not paying attention. She hits this fucking turkey. And I was just like devastated. And I was like, you know what? Like, if I feel that fucked up about seeing a turkey get hit by a car, I can't eat, you know, an animal that was slaughtered.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It messed with me. I was like, dude, I can't do this.
I just haven't gotten to that point yet. I mean, maybe when funds aren't as tight, I'll eat extremely clean. But I think the most clean I've ever done was like paleo.
Yeah, I remember when you did that.
Which, I mean, that was cool. It cut down my meat consumption, but I was eating a whole lot of like white and brown mushrooms all day.
Yeah. Wow. I just feel like no matter what diet you're on, as long as you're healthy, like as long as you're doing what you need to do to remain like healthy and you're not eating just a bunch of junk and
everything in moderation helps. So.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I do my best to eat as good as I can when no one is with me, but I always do my best to just not care when I'm in a group because I hate being that person that's like,
it's difficult. Every time I come to your house, your mom be like, I was like, I'm vegetarian. Okay, I'll give you some shrimp. Like, I was like, Mom, no. Like,
the other day, someone was like, well, the hot dogs are kosher.
Bro.
No, but like, she really like I felt like I was rude.
It's like it's the Asian culture thing. Like she's old. She doesn't get it.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't her fault. I felt like I was like being too picky, and the more the conversation went on, I was like, I wish I could. I was getting smaller and smaller.
Oh, that is so funny. Yeah, I don't know what I would eat at your house.
Well, my mom cooks meat.
Yeah.
So you be able to eat whatever.
Our dad eats meat.
Yeah.
But my mom is a vegetarian also.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you would get some lamb, you get some oxtails, you get some.
Oxtails are delicious.
Yeah, they are. I can eat them.
I'm just like.
But yeah.
So this story I added because I figured like Ashley's opinion would actually matter since she actually games. But they've actually classified video game addiction as a mental disorder. Shade.
That's tough because, damn, I don't know if I would classify it as a mental disorder because I feel like my son is like, I mean, he gets it from me. Like, I have to like stay on him and limit his gaming time. And he does talk about it a lot and he obsesses about it. But I feel like that's just like whenever you're passionate about something, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna want to, whether some kids are more passionate about building Legos, and some kids are more passionate about building on Minecraft or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that there might be something else going on. That might be, place.
Reality.
That's the only thing I could think of that.
I mean,
maybe
some crazy examples of like there's this Asian kid overseas who like would play video games so intensely for like chunks of 18 hours, 24, 36 hours and not get up.
That's just ridiculous.
His mom was feeding him.
Yeah, no. That's crazy. I'm sorry. That's first of all, that's enabling an addiction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
you can't do that. You can't just say, "Oh yeah, video games are bad for you. Let me get you some food while you still play and play and play and play." Like no.
But like I mean, like in the 90s when people just had like televisions babysit their kids, was there like a television, like a mental disorder attached to being obsessed with watching TV? To me, it's like
QVC. I'm just like,
you know what I mean, though? It just doesn't make any sense.
QVC really will get you in some trouble, though.
My grandmother, Grammy, loves her some QVC. Like, love QVC.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a way to. I don't know. I feel like it's a way to kind of like create a negative buzz around gaming.
Oh, yeah. Because people will assume that anybody that's a gamer is like has a mental illness or like a mental addiction. Like
it's a slippery slope.
I'm sure there are some cases where it's not every case. Like you can't base it off of one person.
I think that's most like disheartening is like if that's how they classify that, how does this affect people who like Twitch all day? Like, are people's parents gonna be like, turn that off?
What about YouTubers?
Or college teams? There's college teams for like League of Legends where kids are making like millions of dollars, like, and it's like their career, like their sports career, but they're also going outside. They also play.
Get your shade hand ready. Get the shade hand ready. So you're telling me that at universities, the athletes play for free, but League of Legends people are getting paid?
No, they're getting like, I mean, obviously there's athletes that are getting paid too.
No.
Not legally, but it happens.
We can say double shade.
No, when I was saying there's kids making millions of dollars, I was meaning more like on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's it's a money making industry, and I feel like maybe there's other industries that might be losing money that could gain something from classifying it as mental illness.
Exactly. Oh, we're not getting enough money because all the kids are playing video games now. Let's make it look like they have an
fucking
issue.
Jeffrey Giraffe, fucking Toys R Us, like
Toys R Us is out of business. We're not getting enough toys sold.
No
one's buying toys anymore. Like,
I mean, you don't want to joke about any form of mental illness, but like I just feel like that's pushing it. I feel like, tell your kid to get the fuck up and go outside, plant a garden. You know what I mean?
Ride your bike.
Do something. Like
Marco Polo, tag, freeze tag.
Dodgeball.
Don't nobody remember freeze tag or Foursquare?
Foursquare, I will.
Heather.
You're out.
I love Foursquare.
I think it has a lot to do with the fact that
you have the Foursquare live for everybody to see.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I haven't played no, you know what? I miss jump rope. Like so bad.
That one. I got bad knees.
I literally was like the double dutch champ.
I never made it in the double dutch.
I can't.
And then you do the turn.
All I did was this.
Yeah, I used to start that way. Everybody starts doing this for like the whole recess. And then
the bell rings.
And then the bell rings. But after a while, you don't get scared. You like jump in and you're like, but eventually you get in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's definitely an issue there, but I don't think necessarily that it should necessarily be classified as
I feel like what's really going on? Like, what's the parent not doing right for your child to get that type of illness?
Yeah, like
they're probably on their phone,
addicted
to Facebook or social media. Everybody's, staring at that fucking Black Mirror. Like that's why that's called Black Mirror.
Oh wow!
If you didn't know.
I didn't know that's why they called it that, but that makes sense.
Yeah, everybody's like staring at a screen. The parents are staring at a screen too. So everybody's fucking got the same issue.
We staring at a screen right now.
Oh,
so are you. Dun, dun, dun. Oh God.
I'd be really feeling like, hey, nobody see me.
I know. Hide.
Okay.
I'm melting.
So the other thing, technically, I mean, it's like an add-on, if you will, because I feel like I kind of touched on it in my mental health video, and I thought it'd be a good way to end a podcast. Just as kind of like if we could actually get in front of a mirror and speak to our younger self, like what would we say?
You want to go first?
You're putting everybody on the spot. Wow. If I looked at myself in the mirror, I guess I could look at myself right now because I can see myself. But I guess I'd say don't feel like you have to be who everybody else wants you to be just to be happy. Like there were times where I felt like I could not be myself because I'd let everybody down. You know what I mean? And I don't really feel that way anymore, but just back then I just wish I would have told myself it's okay to be yourself even if people don't like you.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing that just sticks with me. That I do tell myself this sometimes, like just it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to put yourself out there, and it's okay to just be happy. Like I don't think people give themselves the opportunity to be happy, like at all. So yeah, that's what I tell myself.
You want to go next?
Sure. I feel like I don't have a lot to say to like younger me. I feel like younger me is cool. I feel like the fracture in my sanity really happened when my dad died because
Mhm.
I stopped everything. Like I was just trying to literally figure out where my next meal was coming from, let
Yeah.
alone like what I was gonna post on a vapid YouTube channel that I had just started because it was something I wanted to do. But like I couldn't rationalize with myself that it was okay to create and take care of business at the same time. It was like I was going through so much like survivor's guilt. Like I felt like until I had a certain level of providing for myself that I wasn't allowed to return to my old self.
Yeah.
So I think my thing would be like double down on your skill set while you're figuring everything out because I've lost so much time. And you know, I never know what things can be, but you also like looking back at what my numbers were and what they are now and having to like, you know, basically recreate the same magic but just as a completely different channel. Like that's a lot. Like I'm
Yeah.
constantly kind of overwhelmed by the fact that like everything's rolling and everything's working and like this is the fourth episode and like I'm so thankful for it all to be in place. But yeah, I just feel like younger me like would not allow myself to create. Like I feel like there's like a whole segment of me trying to like provide. Then I got in a relationship and lost myself there. Now it was like a whole 2 year chunk and then a whole nother 2 year chunk of trying to wash away all that residue. So it's like
Mhm.
I'm just now getting back to like me, and I feel like I've lost 6 to 7 years.
Yeah. I can relate to
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
I just need to not feel guilty for my success. Like it's so easy as someone
You
who's
deserve to be successful. You know what I
just
mean?
weird.
Mhm.
Like no one else in the group has to carry like that burden of like yeah they always want to be solo or they were always gonna do that anyway because you know they want to like it's just I people don't let me live like if
Mhm.
I live someone's gonna say something so it's like
Yeah.
instead of me ever basking in my moments I just kind of celebrate silently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's how it is sometimes, but you just have to remember that like it goes back to even what I said where it's okay to be happy and it's okay to be successful and if you
Mm-hmm.
deserve something, it's okay to accept things and be like, "Oh wow, I'm doing great," or "This all this
Yeah.
great stuff is happening to me." Like you don't have to always think about what's not happening or what's not going for you because there's so much that is. You know what I mean?
And I feel
Yeah,
like we live in a society where it's not acceptable to like celebrate yourself
Mm-hmm.
when that's who you should be celebrating the most sometimes because you got to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 What about you?
Oh wow, what would I tell my younger self? Probably two things. I think I'd tell my younger self not to be ruled by fear, like fear of failure, fear of success,
Your
or
judgment.
just judgment. There was a lot of like a large chunk of my life where I was afraid to drive. Like I just didn't want to drive a car. It's like fuck it, I could take public transportation or I could walk. Like I was like, I'll figure it out. I mean, obviously I drive and stuff now, but like there was a large chunk of my life where I was just like so ruled by fear and like, what if I try this and I fuck up? Or what if I try this and, you know, people judge me for it? So I would definitely tell my younger self to just go for what, you know, you want to go for and what makes you happy and seek your own truth, you know, and also I would also tell my younger self that it's okay to not like be okay sometimes
Yeah.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of you know times where we feel like okay I gotta hold it all together. At least that's my thing is everybody else can be like there'll be like a death in the family and I'll be the one like with a straight face like we're gonna make it through this guys You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I tell my younger self, hey, like, it's okay to, to take a step back, take a mental health day, and regroup. Sometimes you have to do that, in order to keep pushing.
I remember your sister kicked the TV.
What?
You really about to take it there. I did kick a TV. Okay, I was mad, and I had all this bottled up anger when I lived in Los Angeles, and it's like those classes that you go to, or the
They let
things you
you
go to
break
where they let
plates
you
and
break
stuff?
stuff. I feel like I had to do that, and I chose the TV that was already broken. You didn't tell nobody that.
Well,
Already,
that's just like therapy.
it was therapy for me. When I kicked this shit out,
That TV caught it forever.
You gotta kick a
the TV
TV.
did catch it for everybody that did me wrong in Los Angeles.
It's better than kicking
A
a
person.
person.
That's what I told him. I told him
You
that.
think
Like y'all are too close.
like,
Okay, so to kind of flip that question and put it on its head, what do you think your younger self, if it could look forward and see you now, like what do you think they would have to say?
ooh, I like that question.
You want to go first?
I'll just I don't know, I feel like my younger self would be like, I don't know, I feel like my younger self would be kind of happy like that I'm comfortable in my own skin. Like, I don't really care about what anybody thinks about me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any secrets. Like, I'm very comfortable with who I am. And I wasn't like that. Like, literally my entire life I was not like I remember when I was probably like 130 or like 125 like pounds or something. Like, I hated the way I looked. I was always obsessing about my weight. I had an eating disorder for years. I don't even think people really know about that. And I mean, there was just a point in my life where I was just like, this isn't working for me. Like, I'm fucking miserable. And I mean, obviously, like, I'm not like I promote like, being comfortable in your own skin and loving yourself, but I also promote health, too, which is very important. But yeah, I'm just at a time in my life where I'm okay with who I am, inside and out, and that's really hard
It's hard to get there.
to get to that point. Yeah.
I think this is really tough, but if my old self could see me now, we would be like, "Hey,
I see you, bitch.
what you did that?" Like we would literally have a moment like,
Bitch.
I remember when we had this conversation before, and we said we was gonna do this, and you did exactly what you said you was gonna do. But yeah, I just feel like I'm really happy, and I'm really like, I feel like I'm finally in my own skin, and there's no like exterior that I'm trying to hide or cover. I'm not ashamed of the way I look, and I'm not ashamed of like expressing myself and showing more skin, and not being so covered up in like I can't let anybody see me, and wearing glasses all the time and constantly wearing makeup. Like I only wear makeup now when we do live streams and videos, and I don't even put anything on when I'm not doing this. And there was a time where I felt like I had to like constantly have makeup on, and it's just a different feeling of I'm not trying to hide anything anymore. I'm just enhancing myself and feeling like the outside finally feels like what the inside has always felt like. And that's
good.
My younger self would be very proud of me, I think.
Wow. The funny thing is, since I don't feel like I necessarily have a younger self, but like a pause sense of self, I feel like old 20-year-old me is just like, it's about time. I've been waiting.
I relate to that.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
great.
and that I mean, you knew me at 20. You knew we used to have too much sass and too much frass. Like, I just feel like over 6-7 years. That's how long it took you to get it together, really? Like, don't get me wrong, you cool and everything, but more is more.
Get back to work.
Exactly. That's the old me speaking to the new me.
Yeah.
I need a mental health day. Fuck that.
Wow.
Eventually, they gonna shake hands. Eventually.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know. I think it's important that we have both like pop culture and then a little bit of depth too, because I feel like that's been like
Sure.
something that's really helped the podcast in a lot of ways. Like people can really relate, so it's really awesome when we can kind of have open up everything and be super vulnerable for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. This is really fun. I think that these podcasts, I'm so happy that we have a guest and we are able to get a different perspective because it's just us all the time, and it's good to get my sister's perspective on life, and she's been through a lot and she knows a lot about so much, and she's very smart, and it's just cool that I get to do this with her because we've always wanted to do things together, and yeah, so it's finally happening. It's finally happening.
Get Shaq here now.
I know my brother. We gotta get him going, but he just put out a song.
Yes, it's so good.
It's really good. It's on my page. The link is in his bio. Pozeek.
So
_Zeke. POH_ZEEK. Yeah. But we're all just working and doing our thing, and I'm just really proud of everybody. So
yeah, and I'm proud of you too, because like I've seen all the highs and lows of House of Vicious, and I always felt like you two know. I mean, I don't want to shade everybody else, but you two were like the meat and potatoes. I don't know how else to say it. You two were like what really, made it happen.
That we were Camila and Normani.
Basically.
I know I'm the skinny one. It's okay.
Basically. So I don't know. It's just nice to see you two, collaborating in a way that's like beautiful like this. It's really awesome. And I'm really happy that you guys are letting me be a part of it too.
Yay. I'm happy that you're happy.
And you're like our first guest.
Yes. And you won't be the last.
Everybody else has to measure up.
Back my channel. I forced Shadi to be my first guest. And now you've been snowballed.
It's great. We're just bringing people in and working with different people and just keeping the train rolling.
Yeah. And if you like silly gaming, you can check out my channel.
Yes, her gaming channel. She has
Shameless
a new video
plug.
coming out in the next few days. Yes. So look out for that. Mod_bombshell or just Mod Bombshell?
It's Mod Bombshell.
Just Mod Bombshell. MODBOMBSHELL.
Mod_bombshell.
The bio to you. So when people like read the description for the video, both of your social media things are there.
Sweet,
great, great.
Oh yeah, I figured like why not get it all set up.
Yeah, that's very resourceful.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this episode is coming to a close.
Oh man.
Right.
We just went right through that.
Right. I mean, we could do extra credit if we wanted to. Should we do one last topic?
What do you want to do?
Did you have one, Ashley?
No, but I can think of it.
I felt she brought something.
You did have one.
Oh, I did have one. So, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum unveiled a wax sculpture of Ariana Grande. Now, if you've followed Ariana Grande's career, she started off not being so tan, You know, she's Italian. She's beautiful, but she looks a little bit more racially ambiguous now. And her wax figure kind of, you know, I mean, I don't know how good it would.
I was going to pull
You're
it
gonna
up.
pull it up?
Yes. I'm going to pull it up.
So yeah, the wax figure, it looks dead on like 2011 Ariana Grande, I would say.
I was gonna say
the style of 2019 Ariana Grande.
There it is.
So I'm gonna pull up a picture of Ariana Grande.
Why she got a Teresa Giudice hairline?
You said what?
Teresa Giudice.
Oh, good.
Whoa.
You gonna make her flip a table? Don't be doing that.
Crazy. I'll mess with her. She's an ex-con.
No thanks.
The more I look at it, it looks like the one Deanna from Fifth Harmony.
You talking about Dinah Jane?
No, not the big one, the little one.
Okay, so this is Ariana Grande.
We gave a nickname that I'm not going to mention because it's someone that we know, and I don't want it to seem like I'm being shady when really they just.
Oh, okay.
Put them next to each other so you can kind of see.
Yeah.
See, so it does look like her dead on her.
They clocked her teeth.
They clocked her.
They were rewounded.
They're like, we remember.
So yeah, I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about wax figures in general? They tend to be pretty
creepy.
Bad.
They just never get it right to me.
They never do.
Like not in the way that, even the way they did Beyonce and they made her like literally look like.
Yeah. Is that the Beyonce wax?
That is the Beyonce wax figure. I can't tell the difference because they did not to do her right. And she knows that.
I'm screaming on the inside.
Like,
so much shade.
Double shade.
This also brings up like another, topic of, cultural appropriation. And is this something, I mean, do we look at this as, her just growing up and changing? That's Ariana Grande on both sides.
The sad thing is I want to say that I feel like it's not that she's growing up and changing. It's that her record label realizes who's listening to her music. Therefore, they need to make the changes to make sure that she's marketable to us.
Yeah.
It ain't right, but that's what they do.
I just was not like, it took me a minute to get onto Seven Rings because it left a weird taste in my mouth at first just because I was like, is this okay? Like, can I like this? I remember asking myself that, like, is this okay to like play? Like, it just felt so.
Why did it feel like that?
Because I just felt like it wasn't, like, I know that she has like her best friend, Victoria Monet, and she writes her songs.
She wrote Seven Rings.
She wrote Seven Rings.
Taylor Parks also helped write.
Why was she right about just buying her hair?
Yeah, like, you like my hair, gee, thanks, just bought it. Like, do you know how difficult it is for women of color to even like have to explain to people that their hair is not what's growing out of their scalp?
Yeah.
Like,
and then to have to defend, like when someone says, "Oh, is that all your hair?" I've had people ask me that.
People ask me that when I'm not wearing a wig.
Yeah, it's not revered as something like, "Oh, cool. How much did your hair cost?" Like,
no, we don't get to have that luxury.
No.
Yeah.
So it is kind of irritating. But I don't necessarily think Ariana Grande is the problem.
No, it's not her. It's just the reality of the situation, and it feels like.
I think the big disconnect really comes from, okay, but her cultural relevance, she was much darker when she was relevant. So it's like either the wax figure needs to be more accurate or she needs to be true to who she is, which I'm not trying to throw no shade.
You threw it. I'm just kidding. No, you threw it. No, you did it. Just joking. You're just telling that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I just don't know. When it comes to those wax figures, like they never get it right. Y'all need to shut it down. Like
They
They
don't
really
get it right,
don't.
and it makes people think too hard. Like
shut it down. Do you guys remember
I saw a meme, and they said, "Not our African queen, Ariana Grande." Like,
What?
I swear, I saw this morning, and I
Oh
was just
my
like,
god.
like the internet is foul.
They're
They
savage.
they don't play, so they were just like, they did not do this to our African queen. Like,
Wow.
and like they put the laughing emojis after, and I was just like, that is so not
Damn.
cool. But they
But
really,
she doesn't. I mean, she kind of came forward and said she didn't like the whole like joke, like what was it, Africana Grande, all that stuff. Like
yeah.
it's just
I mean,
come on.
even kind of elongating on like Shadi's like film festival situation. I feel like there's like a whole topic of colors that we didn't even address because the
Yeah.
girl was my color.
Yeah, she looks dead on. Like,
Really? I haven't seen it.
she looked like Kamora Lee, kind of. Kamora
Hmm.
Lee Simmons.
How is her like the mannerism or like?
I don't even want to get into that because it's gonna be.
It's gonna be like
Let's just
when I
say
was
I
thinking about
felt,
Tasha K.
yeah, like I just felt like
Wow.
like just the photos on the red carpet were like, I'll just do one of the poses.
Oh no.
Like, oh yes, take pictures of me. And I was just like, okay, that's fine.
I remember the thing that's frustrating is I remember I was reading the lines with you,
Yeah.
and she was good. Like I would have been like, Shadi, you know, let's work on it. Let's do it. We didn't even have to do more than one take because she had it, and it was like, it was believable because, you know, like it just was because I don't know, dude.
Mind you, I didn't even know what the movie was.
Yeah.
They sought me out. Like, I wasn't like,
They
oh, I want to
approached
do this.
her.
They were like, oh yeah, we think you'd be great for this part. Can you just read for the director? And this, I was like, okay.
Well,
And then I did it, and I heard absolutely nothing. Saw the movie come out, and I was like,
Yeah, they
that's
didn't even respond with like a sorry, we decided to go with someone else. Like how many other, you know, trans women of color did they approach, have read these lines just to like leave hanging?
they left me on red.
Literally.
okay. I mean, yeah, that was just like something that was like bugging me as you're telling the story. I'm like, but you know what, telling them the
Yeah,
whole
like, and she was beautiful. I'm not hating on her. Like, she was gorgeous.
it's
Yeah.
a lot about like what people view as marketability, even though
Yeah, they were just like, oh, you're too like, well, I got this our entire lives we've gotten this, and I don't want to say it, but I feel like I have to. We were called whitewashed growing up. Like, that was
I
like
still get
our,
called that.
yeah. Like, we were called like, oh, you're too proper. Oh, you're too this. Like, oh, you're not black. Like, and I'm just like, but yes, I am. Like, what makes you black and not black? Like, how does your voice make you a color? Like, I don't understand that. And to this day, I'm just like, you know what? If you don't like me for me, that's not my problem.
Yeah, exactly. That was something I had to deal with a lot. And as an adult now, I mean, because I did marry a white guy, like I have to deal with a lot of backlash for that, which is crazy. I had somebody tell me the other day how I was a part of the problem. God, what was the comment? It was a post about, you know, uh, Malaysia.
Booker, I
Yeah,
believe her name is.
yeah, and I was just like, you know, this is sad, you know, what, you know, just a normal comment, and someone was like saying I was part of the problem because I was promoting our black men becoming women while dating a white man. And I was just like, how the fuck did
Talking
you?
about me.
Yeah, like what the fuck? And I was like, first of all, you're perving my profile, which is creepy as fuck. To look all the way deep into my profile to see who I'm married to is crazy. So it just shows you how people are on the internet. But back to what I was saying, it's like dating outside of my race wasn't like a conscious decision. I've been with guys of all races. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say a lot,
I was gonna say how many races we got.
Blurry.
The human race.
I held up a number, y'all.
11.
11. No. But like I've it's not like I primarily only, date white men, or that I sought out to marry art because of his race, or I wanted, I had a cousin who posted something about I don't even talk to her anymore because of this. Like legit. I don't even care about the shade because she was out of pocket. She made a post with a bunch of beautiful young, like like dark skin, like kinky hair, like beautiful children. And it said, "This is what we need to promote, not those designer babies people are having." And I'm like, bitch, you calling my kids designer babies? Like, I just was.
Does that make her children not out? I'm just playing.
That's why I'm like, what? So basically, a designer baby is when you date someone out of your race specifically to have a mixed race child. Mixed race child.
I feel like
that's disgusting. To assume that.
Yeah. I mean, people
I don't even know.
Options that are just ridiculous. There's this woman who blocked me on Instagram because she posted this notation about people who don't wear their natural hair. And I'm just like, you don't even know why people don't wear their natural hair. They could have cancer. They could just, honestly, like my hair does better when it's parted, separated, and put into something like this because I have really coily hair. So like the dryness is real. It's so bad. And she like lit me up because I basically told her like, yeah, that's really not the way to be if you're gonna like is everyone who follows her a naturalista? Like,
yeah, like
is
and what? She basically was like, "You can get the fuck off my page," and I was just like,
"Wow,
okay,
with honor, with honor, you spaghetti."
Another swipe.
You get your spaghetti straps from the 90s and them broad ass shoulders, and you go to the left.
Wow.
You want to talk shit to me online? You just got roasted.
And the whole I'm gonna get into this. The whole natural versus non-natural. Like, why are we still doing this?
It's the same thing as light skin versus dark skin.
It's like, literally the same thing. It's another way to divide people over some
and make yourself feel like you're an individual, but you're trying to like
stomp on somebody while making yourself.
Yeah, like why are you doing that? Oh, you don't wear your natural hair. Yeah, I don't because I want it to last forever and I want it to grow and I want it to. Y'all saw me in Ashley Vicious's videos. I have hair. Like I'm not. Like,
I have hair too.
We both have hair.
This is. I mean, just people might not realize that this is not. I mean, it's real. But is it growing out of my scalp?
My hair? Gee, thanks.
Just spot it.
I'm just weak. Oh man, I just
that whole naturalista versus whatever the fuck they call us. I don't
know what they call us.
Extensionistas.
Extensionistas.
Yeah, that whole bit is just ridiculous.
I realized we all were bound to exactly how we came into this world. Like, but what are nails? There's so many things that are just
like you don't wear makeup, you don't wear deodorant, naturalistas.
Okay, like you need to get away from me
because natural odors aren't like lavender and powder fresh. Okay, I'm just keeping it real.
Jasmine in that.
I just said that. They gonna light me up. No, but I embrace because my mother, she doesn't really wear a lot of makeup and she wears her natural hair. Her hair is down her back. She literally looks like a mermaid. And
hi mom.
Hi mom. But we we grew up like with our natural beauty and our natural features.
Oh yeah.
We weren't taught to like wear makeup in this, but as we get older, we were like, this is kind of cool.
It's like an art. It's a way of expression.
It's creative
expression. Yeah.
So we're not like bashing naturalistas. It's just like
You do
you and let us
me.
do us. Like you can't bash us for being different than you.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious because like even recently you've seen me like with my natural hair, you're like your hair's getting long, and I'm like
Every time I see your hair, I'm like,
same thing
it's
with
just
yours.
funny to me 'cause it's like I'm so used to all of this that like that feels humble.
Yeah.
You know, and I talked to you. You knew I was scared to wear my natural hair on YouTube because I was just like, I don't know how.
I don't understand people's beef with that anyway. You have natural hair. I have a perm.
Yeah.
It's not like I see you in the streets and throw a dark and lovely at you.
Like Dr. Miracle's bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
I need to neutralize this.
Hey, you better go neutralize.
Oh my god.
You got about 10 minutes before I start burning. It's hot.
Oh wow.
But I'm just like, people act like differences are supposed to make you enemies. You can be friends with people who are different.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what you're supposed to do, because you learn so much about like different cultures. Like we were, I mean, lucky enough because our dad played soccer, and his teammates would be from like Australia, they'd be from like Cameroon, like Fiji, like
to go to a game.
Be quiet.
No, I mean, I might as well be on lockdown. I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, we were like exposed to so many cultures, and I don't know if that's why we are the way we are. We're just like so accepting of everybody, and we expect everybody to be accepting of us, and it ain't like that. It's never been. Who cares? Fuck them, right? That's just how I feel at this point.
I'm just so weird.
That is so funny.
Yeah, I feel like in general, why do I feel like time is like flown by?
It has. I know this one's probably the longest one we've done.
Is it?
I don't
know.
We're getting
close. You know what? It's not.
I wasn't here, so
no, because I realized it's only been like an hour and like 20 minutes.
I know, right?
But yeah, we covered so much.
Well, anything coming that like people should look forward to? I know for my channel, I have 2 things coming. I have plans to do a gay pride video since it's going to be the month of June really soon. And I also want to do like a little tutorial on how I plan on wearing my makeup when I go to Pride. So
that's a great idea.
Yes, that is a great idea.
For me, you can expect another dance video in the next week or so. And Ashley's video will be out, Mod Bombshell,
tomorrow.
It's
a get to know me video. So Shawty asked me 21 questions, and they were absolutely ridiculous questions. I had no idea what I was going to be asked, and it was like 3 a.m. I was completely delirious, but it was really funny, and I'm going to be putting that up tomorrow. So
okay, I'll make sure to put the link for that video underneath this video.
Thank you.
To that. Well, yeah. I know, right? I'm like another great one for the books. Our first collaboration, kinda.
Yeah. We should like go live at Pride for a little while or something.
I have the ability to. I'm like enabled for it, so.
That's amazing. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
let's figure it out. I might have to see though, because I do have some like ratchet old T-Mobile service. So we'll see how that signal holding up, but they might just have to get a log. But yeah. Okay, well, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching us. Make
Thank
sure
you
you
for
check
watching.
Yay.
the
Thanks
page.
for having me.
We're so happy to have you and come back soon.
I will.
Yeah, and we gotta add you to friends supporting friends on the sidebar.
We definitely
Thank
do.
you.
Yeah. So good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Good night. Bye.
Share and comment and go like your stuff.
It is.
And once again, flood the feed. Go to each of our profiles. Post every single video to your feed. Ruin your social interactions with others to support us. Thank you.
Yes.
Please spam.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Get reported. Because that's
Why?
love.
Get demonetized.
Oh, no.
We need those coins.
No.
Here we go. I'm getting oily. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.